Alright, here we are, stuck out in the snow. Go ahead and make our way to Winterhold. Go find this guy who might be able to translate Gallus' diary and tell us what big scheme he was planning. Apparently there's some big heist that he was plotting, and he hid it in his journal in some language that no one's ever seen. But apparently there's somebody who might know a way to translate it. A good excuse to head up to Winterhold and check the place out. We'll be getting involved with the Mages College at some point. If not now, then pretty soon. Also, up here is Azura's shrine. And that can be a pretty nasty quest right at the end of it. But it's to obtain Azura's star, which is nice. It's handy to have around. It's basically a refillable soul gem. You can get it in either the normal or the black soul variety. I never go that way with it. But it's pretty handy to have around too, because you can basically absorb any kind of soul in that, including human souls, which tend to be the strongest. In some cases, they're actually a step above a regular Grand Soul, I do believe. I don't know if they add damage to a weapon, but I believe they add charges. And they can also add some effect from armor enchantments, I think. Just a little bit more than a Grand Soul Gem. I've actually been collecting those. I have 3 or 4 already. I haven't been using them for anything. I'll wait till we get to endgame gear, you know, once I can dual enchant everything and I have my smithing all the way up and I'm going to make something that I can actually just play the rest of the game with, basically. Then I'll go ahead and spend all my black soul gems. Hopefully I'll have, 8 or 10 of them by then. Maybe even make some pretty cool stuff for whatever follower I'm going to stick with. I'm thinking we'll go ahead and get Serana, most likely. I do want to get into the Dawnguard stuff, and it'd be senseless not to have her around. I do feel a certain sense of loyalty to Uthgerd, though, because she's just had my back all this time. She never complains. She's always cool about it. If you need something, she's like, what do you need? And she's like, she just has your back in every way. Coolest of the vanilla followers in the game, in my opinion. Serana's right there too, but she has the whole goth sexy thing going, you know, and she's actually really cool too. What I like about her is when you're just roaming around, if you stop for like more than 30 seconds, she'll go find something to do. She'll pick up a broom and start sweeping, or she'll go start mining, or working at a bench if there's one nearby, you know, blacksmithing and stuff, just whatever. I stopped in this cave. I can honestly say I don't remember ever going in this cave before. And, well, it was kind of underwhelming. Apparently, it's just a cave. It's a failed iron ore mine or something. But, I'm thinking that this guy's going to jump up and be hostile, right? I don't know. And I guess there's probably a quest that sends you here. Some little fetch him quest at some point.
Dorgar insisted we'd be swimming in gold.
I'm just guessing. Anyway, I hear somebody mining in here, and, well, yeah, no surprise. I don't know, maybe there's a skill book hidden in here or something. I don't know, maybe. Might as well grab something while I'm here. I don't know that 3 iron ore is worth the trip in here, but whatever. Alright, so let's get out of here. On this road actually leading into Winterhold, this is a spawn point, or at least it used to be, for dragons. You could essentially travel to Winterhold, and if you didn't spawn basically into a dragon, you could just walk down the road a short ways, and a dragon would spawn, and then you could leave and go somewhere else, maybe to another dragon spawn point. Maybe if you needed some souls, you know, dragon souls, to fuel some shouts that you've gathered or something like that, then you could leave somewhere else, maybe go fight another dragon somewhere else, and then wait 3 days and come back here, and then along this road right here, just a short ways from town, a dragon sometimes dragons spawn right there in town, and, you know, go and start perching on the inn and stuff, and, you know, breathing fire on you and things. But anyway, yeah, this is one of the spawn points. You have this, and you also have an area really close to where you spawn if you take, like, the cart to Dawnstar. Not too far from there. Okay. What do we have here? Oh, we have some wolves, and we've got a... What do you call this guy? Sometimes you'll run into like a random orc, wood elf, dark elf, Breton, whatever, Khajiit, just a random Khajiit or Nord or something, and they'll just attack you. Well, they're just out looking for a fight. I don't know why. Honestly, when you're doing the thing for Hermias Mora, so you can get the Augma Infinium, you want stuff like this to happen because you have to collect a blood sample from each of the races. Seems like there's one or two few less than you needed. You had to do basically the same thing in Oblivion too. He had like his own special soul gem, and you had to fill it with the souls of everybody and everything, but it seemed like you needed one or two more in Oblivion. I don't know. Good way to do that in Oblivion was just to go do the arena fight and soul trap everything as you fought through the arena. By the time you got to the end, you would have fought one of every kind of race, as long as you successfully soul trapped everybody. But it was a little tricky, because you had to use his special soul trap spell, and of course you'd have his gem on hand. But that was the Daedric quest in Oblivion. In this one it's real similar, but in this one you take a sample of all the different bloods. Dark Elf, Wood Elf, High Elf. Actually, no, it seems like there may be one or two more in Skyrim than there was in Oblivion. Take that back, because it seems like you had to get Falmer also. Yeah. Anyway. Another good place to go for that, if we ever get around to doing that, is Bandit Caves. You usually find just about one of everything in Bandit Caves. Everything from Khajiit and Argonians to whatever. So, actually, that's not too far from here either. I think it's along the northern coast, on the other side of Winterhold. Maybe a little bit west of here. More towards the direction of Solitude, down that way. But, yeah, you get to it, it's like a little ice cave out on a, oh my god, okay, that, yeah, that didn't scare me at all. Alrighty then, he's dedicated too, he's gonna take a bite out of my ass. And then we got a frost troll, awesome. Right, well, maybe I can get them to fight each other instead of me. Okay, I'm just a-running. Uh-oh. I hope they're not worried about me anymore. Alright, that's not letting me jump. Run away! Run away! Yeah, anyways, he's in some little, like, glacier ice cave thing, just off the coast. I can find him if we get over in that area. It's kind of a long, drawn-out quest, though, because you basically have to go find an Elder Scroll, translate it or something, encode it on this little thing, bring it back, then you get this thing from Hermias Mora himself, and then you take that out and you go collect one blood sample from everybody, bring that back, then you get the book, and it's basically, what is it, skill points in one particular school? But I think it's like several points in each skill. Like if you pick magic, then it's several points in each magic skill. And of course then you have Thief and Warrior, and it was similar in Oblivion too. It was a way to level up your skills there too. I believe in Oblivion, if everything was at 100 and you used it, you could get it to 110, and I think it gave you 10 points towards each skill in a particular class. Like it would, like certain magic skills or certain weapon skills, you know, like one-handed, blunt, maybe heavy armor and armor or something like that. And then the thief skills, it was, you know, your typical thief skills. I think it gave you like 10 points towards each. So if you already had stuff at 100, then it would put it at 110. I believe that was right. Oblivion, your skills did different stuff. It more dictated how well your character performed. You know, in some cases it was, you know, you might do more damage and earn special moves. Like if say you're unarmed, or your one-handed skill. Once you got to like 25, 50, 75, and 100, each time you would earn a new like move. Like if you sidestep to the power swing, you might do like a back swipe or something. Unarmed was really cool because it almost looked like you started learning kung fu and stuff. You could throw punches and kicks and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, it kind of went like that. But your other things like
keep that in mind.
oh, what'd you have? You had like speed and athletics and stuff like that. You could get to the point where you could jump so high that when you landed, you would hurt yourself when your athletics and your speed were high enough. And, you know, if you got those past 100 into like the 110 range or 120 or something like that, you were out of control. You were running around 1,000,000 miles an hour, jumping 50 feet in the air. It was kind of ridiculous, actually. But yeah, you could actually kill yourself on landing. You could jump so high.
You need to leave.
Get a little running start and just go flying.
I'll sell just about anything if it's worth my time. Take a look.
Now this lady, if you talk to her, she gives you a claw that you can use to get through a dwarven door. But I found that the what is it, crypt or whatever that it sends you to, didn't have a dragon shout in it. I seriously remember that, it not having a shout. And I remember looking for hidden doors and seeing what I was missing, keeping my ear out to see if I could hear a shout, you know, maybe in a hidden room or something. Nothing. Never found one there. Oh, so don't bother. She'll sell it to you for like, I don't know, it's like 50 gold or 100 gold or something. She'll give it to you, and you'll get more than that back in loot and stuff. But if there's not a dragon shout there, I'm probably not going to bother.
I do.
Unless I was just trying to literally explore every single cave in the game. I guess that'd be different. Alright, so we can go to the inn here. I just wanted to unload some of my weight. I was right there at capacity. Let's go find this guy, see if we can get this thing translated. There's also a little side thing you can do here for a free skill point too. Gotta steal this staff, but first let me talk to this guy.
Can I help you with anything else? Carlia? Then she's finally found it. Do you have Gallus's journal? A problem? Let me see it. Oh, this is just like Gallus. A dear friend, but always too clever for his own good. He's written all of the text in the Falmer language. No. However, I know someone who might. The court wizard of Markarth, Calselmo, may have the materials you need to get this journal translated. Word of warning. Calselmo is a fierce guardian of his research. Getting the information won't be easy. In the time before man, they were known as the Snow Elves. They lived in the sunlight and had a very prosperous society. Like the Altmer? Yes, I would say their culture quite possibly rivaled our own. The Nords went to war with the Falmer in the First Era, killed them by the thousands to drive them from their snowy homeland. The Falmer retreated underground and forged an uneasy alliance with the dwarves who ended up betraying them. This betrayal made them what they are now, horrible, blind monstrosities with a burning hatred of any but their own kind. Why shouldn't I? The Falmer have killed more than a fair share of my acquaintances. They're animals. They show absolutely no pity or remorse. If you wish to learn more about them, you're welcome to my tome on the subject. Should be on my table. Besides the fact that there are only a handful of people in Tamriel that even recognize the language, I'm fairly certain he was planning some sort of a heist that involved a deep understanding of the Falmer language. Sadly, we never had the opportunity to speak about the details. Ironically, I pointed him in the same direction I pointed you, to Markarth and Calselmo. I'm only hoping whatever means he used to learn the language will still be available to you.
I understand Ivan's been playing the elf.
He was a dear friend of mine, and a surprisingly astute pupil of academia. I was devastated when he was killed. I suppose that risk always coexisted with his line of work. I just never thought his luck would run out. Well, for the thrill, of course. He was quite clear that he felt more in his element climbing through a window rather than hunched over a dusty tome. Ah, yes, quite an amusing anecdote, actually. I caught him trying to break into my laboratory. I was about to show him the error of his ways when he made a curiously astute comment about my research notes. I was astounded, and in turn it led to a conversation. Who would have imagined it would lead to such a strong friendship? Calcelmo is stubborn as a mule. Be careful when you speak to him.
Just
see,
say the
he's
word
pretty
if you need a
cool.
Drink or something to eat.
Just because he's Altmer doesn't make him Thalmor. Thalmor an exception. I don't think they're the majority. Thalmor may represent Altmer, but not all Altmer are Thalmor. Kind of like the Nazis. Not all Germans were Nazis, but Nazi represented Germany at a particular time in history. Same kind of way. And I think it's a really good analogy because that's kind of the whole flavor that the Thalmor take in the Elder Scrolls. Not the Altmer. The Altmer are just high elves. Now they may be a little snobbish in general. Part of that's probably upbringing, and part of it is also probably just their natural affinity for magic that kind of sets them apart, you know? Bretons may be the same way. Bretons come across as a bit snobbish too, but you don't see like a Breton hierarchy that steps out to control the world, or at least not that I've seen, you know?
Ours is the only
And
thing
Dunmer
that
even have their own thing with
feels
magics,
like
although they tend to lean more towards the sneaky, devilish side rather than being snobbish and outwardly overbearing.
allows them to stay there.
But the Thalmor, man, they're
This is what it's come to.
pieces
No
of
one
crap.
seems to care what they've done to our home.
It's clear that memories are far too
There were some high elves in Oblivion that I really liked. NPCs, one or two leaders of some of the mages guilds, and other random characters and stuff. They were really cool, actually. Maybe a little hoity-toity, you know, upper class, upper crust. A bit snobbish sometimes, but they were all right. They weren't out to subjugate all of mankind in Myrrh and make everyone their slaves and kill everyone who wouldn't be a slave. And you know, they weren't about all that. They were just doing their thing.
The cousin of the Emperor was...
Any friend of Carlisle is a friend of mine anyway. So this dude's all right. Okay, now this guy right here, this is who I stole the staff for.
I guess everyone just assumes I do because I'm a Dunmer. Me? Nothing. And I hope to keep it that way. The Jarl is convinced I have some connection with the college, so he goes easy on me. Maybe you'd like to help me keep up appearances. Old Nellicard has a mage's staff in his room in the frozen hearth. It'd be good to have that staff, in case the Jarl starts wondering if I actually have a real connection to the college. Thanks. I'll be waiting for it. This should come in handy. Here, let me show you a few tricks I've learned about buttering up royalty. Safe travels.
Yeah, right, dude. Good luck with that. Okay, there's what, 11 total residents in town? I think there's more guards than citizens. Yeah, no one's gonna notice you carrying around that staff. I mean, you know, considering the crowd, you know, just, wow. Well, whatever. I'll take the skill point, though. Alright. We're not too far from this. Get up there. Need to work on my smithing a bit. I'd like to catch my smithing up with my enchanting. It's kind of lagged behind. Quite a few points I'd really like to put in archery. And there's going to be several levels coming up where I'll probably focus pretty much on just archery. I like the one where you can slow down time a bit. And you have paralyzing shots, the ability to move, draw your bow faster. And stuff. You know, all those are great for archery. Not too many more to go on the one-handed tree. Once I get that one last perk where it just adds damage to all your power attack, oh man, yeah, then it's really on. Then you stack that with your enchantments on your gear, and you can start rolling. All right, kind of a short one, but no real way to break up the next one. We got to go get this thing translated, and that's a heck of a quest. All right, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, please click that button up top. And if you want to catch the rest of this Let's Play up to this point, that image in the middle, if you click on that, it should send you straight to the playlist. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.